I will gladly adopt that name. Your Excellency William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency Mama Rachel Ruto, the newly launched or unveiled running mate, Rigathi Gachagua, and your wife, the entire team of Kenya Kwanza, its leadership, and our team members that have been pushing on in this particular Hasra movement team. Your Excellency, I was one of the contenders for the running mate. With my sister Anne Waigoro, I want to say that we were fully engaged in very deep, extensive consultations the whole of yesterday and even there before. And that when we now narrowed down, we did agree that His Excellency now has a running mate to be unveiled today. I want to congratulate you, Your Excellency, and also congratulate the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua for that achievement. Having said that, Your Excellency, this entire team, now Kenya Kwanza, has gone through very serious scrutiny by the Kenya public. Your Excellency, you are leading a team that has also been fully tested and attacked by the head of state, the President of the Republic of Kenya, with an intention of bringing down the team so that he can continue in succeeding himself. Your Excellency, I want to remind you that a few years ago, I said that Uhuru Kenyatta is the single most existential threat to the country, democracy, and economy of the Republic of Kenya. I dare say, I believe I have been proved right, not a prophet, but I may have foreseen that this will be coming. Your Excellency, I now want to say that I'm a committed member of this team. I believe in teamwork, team spirit, and I'm sure what we have achieved today is another milestone in the journey to State House on 9th of August this year. Your Excellency, you have alluded, I think not alluded, I beg your pardon, I heard you pronounce yourself to the question of gender equity. I will remind you of this date, should you turn out to be like Uhuru Kenyatta. Because we have not achieved for the last 10 years the two-third gender principle, and it is obviously achievable because Kenyans wrote it down in the Constitution. So I hope I don't become your most fiercest critique in the government when we form it, because I have no doubt, Your Excellency, that you are committed and you'll be able to have that. Your Excellency, I won't be long. In another 2 minutes, I'll sit down. But I want to say of two things, which maybe it's only a woman who can say. You have talked about economic model, bottom-up economic model, which actually is, I believe, is your blueprint. It will be maybe first priority on your blueprint. Your Excellency, that means we are expecting as a nation economic reforms that will give Kenyans economic freedom, so that a woman who goes to bed, wakes up the following morning pregnant, sometimes having planned for a baby, maybe gets even 2, or having planned for none and gets 3, and has to carry that baby for 9 months, then go to hospital, and the first thing she's asked is whether she can pay to deliver a baby, which obviously is a national duty, but it becomes her personal responsibility and that of her unemployed husband or father of the child, because sometimes it is father of the child. Your Excellency, that woman and all Kenyans are entitled to accessible, free health care in terms of bringing up that baby, possibly for a period that that baby gets out of the nursery. Your Excellency, I would argue most areas of Kenya don't have clean and domestic water. I'm speaking to real issues for women. It is possible to have drinking, domestic water in every home, because these are the people we are seeking to lead. If you adopt the electricity connectivity model, which has reached more or less in every primary school, you can be able to reach every home. At least we give domestic water as we plan to provide irrigation water. Finally, Your Excellency, you know that every shilling in Kenyan pocket matters. Kenyans will call us to account for how many people we have made a difference during our 5 years. And I said, I want to repeat, I have no doubt, you will be the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. How many Kenyans we made a difference, how much more money we put in their pocket from where we are with an economy that is on its knees. So I believe we shall be using data, numbers. Finally, Your Excellency, the question of gender, take it seriously. It is achievable. I know you can. The Azimio were unable, Your Excellency, today to unveil their candidate. They are waiting for your script. We have unveiled our running mate, your running mate, Your Excellency. Let them not tell us that the running mate, because it's a woman, that is sufficient or they are ahead of this team. It's not one position that will make meaning in the question of gender equality. It is the numbers that we are looking for, and therefore your position of 50% cabinet is very welcome, and I congratulate you for taking that position. And finally, Your Excellency, that you have also said that in every government arrangement, appointed positions, Your Excellency, you will stand with the law, within the law and the Constitution. We will support you on that, and I know Kenyan women will be looking for you seriously after today to vote for you so that then they can achieve what they have tried to achieve the last 10 years. So, Your Excellency, don't falter on that. Azimio, tuko na nyinyi. Now bring your candidate. Tupatane kwa debe. We will be winning this election. They told us you will not be in the ballot. In the next 3 weeks, we will be escorting you to IEBC tukutane na wao kwa debe. I will be there in the journey.
I want to congratulate my senior, Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, for your appointment as our running mate in Kenya Kwanza. We have come from very far with Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua. We are good buddies, and I'm really grateful and happy this afternoon for your appointment to be our deputy captain. Lakini, before I go on, Mheshimiwa the 5th President, Kate, Mheshimiwa the 5th President, wakati umesema watu wa Bureau 45 wasimame, nataka ufanye audit kidogo kwa sababu iko maneno imefanyika. Moses Kuria alisimama nusu. Sasa sijui hiyo kusimama nusu ni maana gani, lakini Mheshimiwa Moses Kuria uache rigi ngata ya miaka. Mheshimiwa Deputy President, I want to tell the many people who are watching that this process of coming up with a running mate was one of the most consultative processes that I've ever been engaged in. We were all engaged, and especially the leaders from the Mount Kenya region and the generality of the leaders of Kenya. And the choice that we have before us today is not purely the choice of His Excellency, the Deputy President. It is the collective choice of the leadership and the population of the people of Mount Kenya region. I also want to congratulate His Excellency, the Deputy President, because you have shown, and especially the region we come from, that you keep our word, that you keep your word. There are celebrations all across our region because you had insinuated to our region that your deputy will be drawn from among one of us. And therefore, we congratulate you for keeping your word, and especially for involving all of us in that process of coming up with a running mate. As I start here this afternoon, and I thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Deputy President, even for your recognition, I want to say that I am a very, very proud member and a leader of Kenya Kwanza. And I hope the young leaders of Kenya can clearly see that where you have space for youthful and young leaders is in Kenya Kwanza. That where we have opportunities for hustlers who were actually nominated for various tickets across the country from MCAs to MPs, it is in Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza has the highest number of women running for various positions in our country. And therefore, Mr. Deputy President and the 5th President, thank you for your mentorship and being hands-on in shaping our future as a country. Our 5th President and our Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, God willing, many countries go through their critical junctures. And I think our country, Kenya, is in a very ripe critical juncture. That is the hustler juncture. Many countries from South Korea, like South Korea got its critical juncture from the 1960s when General Park acceded to the presidency of South Korea, putting that country to a GDP per capita of below Kenya to being a world-class economy now. China, its critical juncture was in 1978, when Mao Zedong departed in 1976 and Deng Xiaoping became the leader of China in 1978. The economic growth that we know today has its basis from 1978. Japan has its critical juncture from 1868 in the Meiji Restoration, Mr. President. And all these that I'm enumerating have one thing in common. But for these economies to grow, for these economies to thrive, there was the liberalization of the economy, democratization of enterprise. Mr. Deputy President and our 5th President, there is a contrast between democratizing the economy and the status we have currently of state capture and patronage. And that is why I see a critical juncture in Kenya where enterprise will be respected, the business people, red carpets will be rolled on them other than being sent criminal justice system to punish them. And I clearly see the economy of Kenya coming up and becoming a giant in Africa. Lastly, we can only form government when we have the requisite numbers. And I have, with no doubt, Mr. Deputy President and our 5th President, that Kenya Kwanza, when I look back here, I see our captain and our 5th President, William Ruto. I see our prayerful First Lady, God willing, Rachel Ruto. I see the bold, the firm, the forthright, the intelligent running mate, Rigathi Gachagua. And our 2nd Lady, God willing, Pastor Dr. Dorcas. When I see other leaders from across the regions of Kenya, from across the many political parties of Kenya, I am with no doubt that Kenya Kwanza will emerge victorious by over 70% and above in the 9th of August. But we want to send a very clear plea to our competitors. Kindly come and tell the nation that whatever the outcome on the 9th of August, that you are going to accept the will of the people of Kenya. And there will be no maandamano. There will be no throwing of stones. There will be no kungoa reri. You will go home respectively and allow the will of the people of Kenya to take its course. Lastly, a month ago, the Public Works of Kenya announced that they want to undertake some renovations in the office of the deputy, in the residence of the Deputy President, the current William Ruto, who will be headed to State House. I have good news for them. The money that was allocated for the renovations, please let that money go to help our hustler nation. I have talked to Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua. He has been going around, albeit huku nje kidogo, and he has got no problem with the current condition of Karen, the Deputy President's residence of Kenya. Thank you very much. God bless you, Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua. May God bless the hustler nation and Kenya Kwanza. Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, tafadhali kuja unisalimie.